I pull up in foreign whips. Hey, touch your leg with my fingertips. You looking in that rear view. Yeah, do you listen, then you blow a kiss. It's something about the way that your silhouette do a pirouette, the form of two naked bodies in bed. Yeah, a bee sting only for a taste. The spring revives whatever went until you ever feel it was never real. Like everything we built was only time to kill. I never was the one to rely on. And if you're up, leave a light on.
Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the vlog. Welcome back to the channel, Gang Fam Squad. What's up? Today, man, very special day today. It's your man's birthday. 1 year closer to dying. I posted on Instagram a couple days ago. I wanted to do a Q&A today, so I hopped over on IG, asked you guys to ask me a bunch of questions. So we got like 50, so thank you for anybody that participated for this video. I appreciate it. I sorted out the best ones, and we're gonna do like a little Q&A real quick. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So we're gonna put the question on the screen, Not all of them are questions, but most of them are. Some are just statements, but let's get into it. First dude said, are you gonna black out the GTR headlights? Yes, I would like to, but they're like $1,500 each, so if I fuck it up, we're all screwed. You wanna do LG? I don't want to remain anonymous. I want my name in the vid. Okay, say less. Buddy Ederson. What I want to do LG. If you take the car stuff aside, it's just like a big group of people that like look out and give a fuck about each other, because where we live, Ohio, is a very shady, like, people give a fuck about themselves, like high crime rate, high drugs, like my friends like pass away from a lot of dumb shit, man, and LG is just something that like just fucking gives people something to do, man, and like brings people together. And that's pretty much why, like, I love cars. I always wanted to make my own clique. Like, I wanted to just do something that goes hard. Growing up, like, Camber Gang was like this shit, and everybody knew who they were, and like I never heard of anybody else but them, and I was like, they are so fucking hard. Like, I would love to like do like what they do, because Camber Gang is the shit. Like, even to this day, I have mad respect for them, like 100%. Camber Gang's fucking raw, so they inspired me a lot, and you know, that's why I do LG. And on top of that, like, I know what it's like to like be by yourself, like not have any friends. Like, I've been there. I moved a fucking ton as a child, like from place to place, and like you know, man, there was times where I didn't have any friends. And there was times like I had to eat like lunch by myself, like, and just like I don't want that fucking feeling for anybody else. So that's why LOG exists, that's why I'm here, and that's why I take the time to talk to fucking everybody, because I know what it's like to be by yourself, and that shit fucking sucks. And as long as I'm aware, like, that shit ain't happening to anybody else. I would never let it. So, I love you guys. What car do you plan to build next? So that's a good one. I get tore about this all the time, and I get asked all the time. So, what do I build next after the GTR? That's hard. But if I had to pick, I'm either gonna go wide body 370, but I know I'd build it just like my last one. If not, maybe I'll build like a 350 or something else. But it would definitely be like Japanese, probably would stay Nissan, so 350 or wide body 370. Now that you've had the GTR over a year, what's your real opinion on it? Honestly, I think the GTR is kind of overhyped, to be honest. Like, I love the car, don't get me wrong. I think fun wise, I liked my Z more. The power is cool, like the all-wheel drive is cool, like having boost is cool, but like I just think the car is kind of overhyped, and I think there's way more cars that have better stylings that don't get enough attention, so it's okay. I'd say it's like an 8 out of 10. I don't think it needs to be as much as it is. I understand, and it's a lot nicer than the old one, so like as far as that like goes, it is way nicer than the old ones, interior, exterior. So they're better than they were, but they're still a little overhyped. What's the biggest thing you've had to overcome so far in this journey? I'm assuming you mean like the whole, like this, like everything right here. The biggest thing probably for me that I had to get over was I had to basically ignore like 90% of people's opinions, because when I first started doing this, like, even though we're not giant, like, we're bigger, and like we're the biggest thing around here, and like we grow every day. So people were like, oh, that's not a good look, that's corny, like LLGs and shit, da da da. Like, probably the only thing I really had to deal with that was like the most difficult was just like saying fuck you, basically, or like not giving a fuck about what anybody else said. Did my own lane, and I always stuck with my gut. So I definitely say the hardest thing was learning to just not give a fuck, I guess. But I mean, we're here now, so, you know, what's up? What was your first car? My first car was a 1999 Chevy Cavalier. It was black. I busted my ass for like the whole summer for it. It was $1,900, and it had roll-up windows, but everything worked and it was clean. It had like a 90K on it, I think. I don't have any photos of it, but this is like the closest thing to what it looked like. And I was whipping that, and I ended up getting a Mitsubishi Eclipse after that, and I guess that's where all this nonsense started. My man's ass favorite song. That's hard, because if you guys have been here for a while and you know what's up with the channel, then you know, like, I love Oliver Francis. So if I had to pick an Ollie song that's my favorite, it's probably going to be 100K. And that is the outro song to all the videos, so it's 100K for sure. What was the first car that got you into the car scene, and did it have any special meaning? My Z was the first car that I like heavily modified, like air, expensive wheels, like all this crazy stuff. So I'd say my 370Z, probably. That's what put me on the map and got us like popular to begin with. And like it was before I really knew how to edit. And my first Z video I did has like 170,000 views. So that was pretty crazy, and that was like right when we started, and like the channel's not that big still, but that's still a good amount of views for a small channel, so I'd probably say the Z for sure. What did you do for the grind to get a GTR? Any tips? Alright, this is like a long thing, so let's backtrack a little bit. Growing up, I was like extremely poor, and I don't mean that in exaggeration, just to give you guys an example without getting too far into it. We used to live in these apartments, and we couldn't afford or like have credit to like turn on or like have electric in our apartment. So like our neighbors like across the hall were like friends with my family in high school or something, and like they ran us a power cord like across the hall, and like that's how we like used everything like in our apartment. Like we couldn't even afford electricity. So that being said, I'm very financial with the money. If you like put the car aside, I really don't spend money on shit. I cook at home, like we don't really go out that much. I mean, like if we're doing something, all the homies throw on it. If we're drinking, if we're getting food or whatever, everybody chips in, everybody carries equal weights. So just like, my first advice would be stop spending money on frivolous shit. Like, you don't need $200 shoes or like an $80 hoodie or like, you know what I mean? Like Supreme, all this other shit. Like, that shit's corny in my opinion. So not going out to eat will save you a bunch. And just, you don't have to go out all the time. Like, have people over, go somewhere, do something. Like, there's a lot of things you could do that don't cost money. Like, you know what I'm saying? And make it like a habit not to like spend money every day. And that is easier said than done, but it's definitely doable. Go grocery shop, like all this, like going out to eat, like $5, $7, $10, $12 every day. Buddy, you're spending like $200 a month on food, like just on food, just to go out. So chill back, really see what you're like spending. You know what I'm saying? That would be a good place to start. And on top of that, like I work mad fucking hard. Like I have my normal job, a side job, and we do the Low Light Gang YouTube and like everything else related with LLG. So that's how the GTR came about, man. And don't rush it, dog, because you have forever. So like if you want something, you can get it. When you get it, how you get it, it doesn't matter. As long as at the end of the day, you know what you're capable of, it's all that matters, man. So, you know, it took a good 2 years to pull off the GTR, pay off the 370Z. And again, like, you know what I mean? It takes time, but anything easily earned is easily lost. So, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of ramen noodles, too, for sure. How long have you been building your channel? The Low Light Gang YouTube is like 2 years old now. And, it's cool. I don't mind at all. I don't expect to blow up like overnight. but there's steady growth, and what we always say is slow growth is still growth. So as long as my numbers keep going up every day and more people start rocking with us, I'm down. I really just wanted to make LLG big in the first place. I didn't really care like how big our YouTube channel got or anything else like that. So just the fact that like every day our numbers are higher than they were yesterday is cool. But LLG is 2 years old, and I released it publicly 2 years ago. So everything is literally super organic, everything dropped together. So 2 years on that bad boy, and it will be 3 years in January. That'll be my third coming year. Moving on. What would be a good way to get sponsors, and what do you need to bring to the table? I have a couple sponsors. They actually reached out to me, and it basically just comes down to like, what do you offer as well? Because realistically, nothing's free. So if a company like wants to invest in you and like put their time, energy, and resources into them, it's basically what can you do for them? Like, do you go to a lot of shows? Do you have a big Instagram? Do you have a following? Do you have something that you could bring to the table to highlight their product? That's pretty much what people are looking for. So like, if you're going to a ton of shows, if you're going to a ton of meets, if you have like a following or like some type of hyper buzz, a unique build, something like that, that's what people really look for. You offer them that for something as well, and that's usually how partnerships get formed. I'm very lucky to have some really good sponsors, and you know, it helps. You don't need them, obviously, like to make a buzz in this like industry. You don't need sponsors at all, but I mean, I have some, but you definitely don't need them to like do what you want. It is a nice, like, it is nice, but you don't need it. This isn't a question, but my man says, I hope to meet you someday. And I know I go out to like Nevada. I'm pretty sure you're from Cali, if I remember. I know like most of my subscribers on like a one-on-one basis. I'm pretty sure you're from Cali. And I know I go to Nevada in like a month. So a Cali trip is definitely on the way for sure. So we'll definitely link. Top 5 cars in LLG. Shit. Alright, top 5. The GTR, of course, because it's fire. Shelby's BRZ. My buddy Tony's BRZ. Drew's Evo is really growing on me because we've been working on that a ton lately. And for a 5th, probably my buddy's S15. Actually, no, I lied. Fuck that. Nick's 240 for sure, because I love that car and built it with my bare hands. Do you miss the Z? Yes, I do. But if I built another one, it would be a Nismo for sure, like an actual. And we'd probably just do like wide body kit air, everything else. My other one was fire, don't get me wrong, it was sick, but if I built another one, it would be similar, but it would go just a little bit harder than the last one. But yeah, I do miss the Z sometimes. I miss manual, and I miss like drifting a decent amount because I can't kick the GTR sideways for anything. What all shows are you going to this year? I think we're doing a collab with Clean Culture. Don't quote me on it, but I'm working on it. I'm trying to go to the Gatlinburg show. H2O's kind of overrated, so just like some Clean Culture shows, a Slammed Enough show or two. And we only have half a season here, so like I really jam-pack them in the summer, and the car gets stored for winter. So next up is Clean Culture. I know the PCS in Pittsburgh, like they have some shows I want to attend as well. I've already been to like 6, I think, but I don't vlog every single one because like I don't want to just drop show after show after show. I feel like that content gets stale. I try to keep it interesting, and I try to mix it up for the channel. So we still got mad shows to go there, and you know, I hope you fucking come because your photography is fire. If you had one car to put next to the GTR, what would it be? If I couldn't have the GTR, or like if I couldn't pick another like JDM car, I'd probably say, I don't know. Like realistically, I would love to just have a bag 370 and a bag GTR, but so that would be like ideal. But if we're going like we're balling out, I'd probably say like an R8 or something, because I did want an R8 like for the longest time, but again, like it's not JDM, and like that's kind of like a big chunk of where my business and brand are. So if we're staying JDM, it's a bag 370 wide body, and if we're going outside of that realm, it's probably a bag Nari. What motivated you every day? Honestly, bro, probably just people, because like people say like I'm not shit, or like LLG ain't shit, or like just like you can't get a GTR, like LLG will never be popping. Like I love it. Like tell me I suck, tell me I fail, like tell me like I'll never do it, and I'll be like, alright, bet, I would love to prove people wrong. It's my favorite thing to do. So bro, have a negative opinion on me, I love it, because I'll prove you wrong and then you look like a dumbass. So definitely proving people wrong, that's like my thing for sure. What keeps you motivated, especially if you're having a bad day? Honestly, I just look at it as like everything's temporary, man. So like if you have a bad day and like nothing's going out, or like nothing's working, like that doesn't mean like tomorrow will be as well. There's times where I just like have to walk away from stuff if like my build isn't going according to plan, or like when my installs isn't going smoothly. Sometimes you just have to walk away, take a break, and come back to it. You know what I'm saying? Rome wasn't built in a day, so you have to expect sometimes like when it rains it's gonna pour. So each obstacle that you go through in life, good or bad, is temporary. There'll always be something else, there'll always be another hurdle or objective to get over. So don't really worry about it. If like you take that L, brush it off, keep it moving, and like learn to fall with grace, because as soon as you can admit to yourself you fucked up, shit gets way easier, bro. When are you gonna do a meet and greet? I don't have enough buzz for a meet and greet yet. It'd be fire, but I don't think that many people give a fuck about me yet, so maybe one day, because it would be cool to actually like hang out with all the subs, but probably not for a while. We only have like 3.3k on the channel, so maybe at 10k or like something, I'll do something. Or like, I'm about to honestly just throw a banger and have all my subs come and just be like, come on, let's all fucking get loose. Do you ever see yourself moving to the West Coast to pursue YouTube full time? I think about it sometimes, but it'd be hard because my job is here, all my friends are here, and that's where like half of the content comes. So like if I move, I can't take like all my friends with me. So it would be sick, but for right now it's not in the cards. But I'm going West Coast very soon to link up with some LLG that like I've never met in person yet, and we're only cool over the internet. So that's next up. Expect that in like a month. It'll be like the first time I've jumped on a plane in like 10 years. So, and I think that is it. So there's the questions, man. Thank you guys so much for doing the Q&A. It's gonna be a banger ass birthday. I'm probably gonna be obliterated for the next 48 hours. I just want to say thank you to everyone that rocks with LG, all my friends, all my fans, all the gang, and we wouldn't be this big or be this popping without you guys. So I just want to say mad love from me. I appreciate everything you guys do for me, and it's crazy to see where we're gonna go, and I'm glad I can take all of you along the way. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and this was something different, so I hope you liked it, and please get a little active, okay? I love talking to you guys. Say some shit down below, let me read it, respond to it, whatever, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. LOG, peace out.
Although my heart may be weak, it's not alone. It's grown with each new experience, and it's found a home with all the friends I've made. I've become part of their heart just as they've become a part of mine. And if they think of me now and then, if they don't forget me, then our hearts will be one. I don't need a weapon.
Yeah.
My friends are my power.